Jason, you ready for this morning?
I am ready for something.
Yeah. Well, we're here. So officially, we're on air. Good morning, everyone. It is 8:31 on September 23rd, which makes it today is.
December 22nd.
Oh my gosh, it's already Christmas, and I haven't done my
It's
shopping.
Christmas. Yep. You're going to close today and buy that final present. And for, I'm going to say this because I am a male. For all you males out there, that'll be the day that you're buying your spouse their gift. Because guess where the mall's full of on the 23rd? Guys like
Yeah,
me
yeah, exactly.
or us.
I don't do the mall though. I just go straight over to CVS and get the box of Whitmans. I'm traditional.
Whitman's.
I'm traditional. What can I say?
Oh my God, I haven't heard Whitman since my grandmother. Jason, get her a box of Whitman's for Valentine's. She'll love you forever. Nana, I'm 7.
Oh, don't do that. Oh my God. Oh, all right. No more humor.
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, we didn't say bear claw. Nope, we just did.
Oh, that's it. It's over. Well, as you can see, it is me and Jason here this morning, and we don't have Tim with us. Tim is on assignment and or slacking. No. What's the term we use? Oh, assignment, right? Slacking, same thing.
Yeah, Tim is so yesterday I did a little covert operation with Tim, obviously to be announced later. But me and Tim ended up at the Portsmouth office doing some construction, if you will. And then after that, yeah, exactly. He said, "Hey, let's get something to eat." I said, "All right." He goes, "Where do you want to go?" I said, "Let's go to Vita up the street." So Tim loves Vita. For anybody that's actually spent more than 2 hours with Tim, you're at lunch eating somewhere. So we're at Vita, and he gets this OG bacon shrimp taco. He's eating it, and every time he takes a bite, he looks at me. He goes, oh my god!" Like, and he says to the chef who comes out, he's like, "This is so good. This is lay yourself out in traffic and die. Last meal before you get executed. Good." And I'm like,
Wow.
where did I find this guy?
Last meal before you get executed, lay in
Executed.
traffic,
Yeah, I
good
want an
die.
OG bacon shrimp taco. So if Tim gets arrested for a high crime, that's what he wants.
Which, if we know Tim, this is entirely possible.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, let's talk about the schedule, and Tim, if you're watching, this will be your last day of go get some to eat. All right. Anyways, all right. Today we are obviously here. Today we're talking on Quick Start. Today is students of industry, and we're going to be talking about that a little bit more as we go on today. At 9 o'clock, we have Ignite. Today is negotiate your deal, and that's at kellerignite.com. If you have any trouble logging into that, I heard a couple people were having trouble accessing that. Reach out to us here and we can see what's going on. But it should be at kellerignite.com for negotiating the deal. And let's be honest here, that's a big part of what we need to do. So make sure you attend that one today. And the big thing at 9:30 going on in the human world, as opposed to this two-dimensional flat world that I live in, which, by the way, I look good in 3D, not so much. Today is the Agent Huddle and CMA class. So, and that is going to be right next to where you're at, Mr. Westcott.
It is. It's actually right below my feet. But yeah, that'll be in the training room here in Meredith. Melissa Lesniak's coming up to teach her CMA class. I know that there's some room left in the room. We do have it set up so that you can social distance if you feel the necessary to be 28 feet away from somebody. Mark has the room set up at different altitudes. Robert, you've seen it, so that you are above or below people, and definitely six or 7 feet apart. So
Hold
it's
on. You
Mark.
said 28 feet. How many people
Well,
can
yes,
fit in
we
this
could
room?
stick somebody in the far corner.
Okay, that's two people now. At 28 feet distance, that puts it at a city block to get enough people in
Well,
that
this
room.
is a big building.
Actually, if you have not been up to the Meredith office there in the bank, it's what is it? What is the bank next door?
Citizens.
Citizens. The downstairs area of the Keller Williams side of the building, which is beautiful, has the old vaults in it. And if you find anything in any of those safe deposit boxes, it's mine. I left it there. It's an accident. Just feel free to forward it on to me. And that's I'm excited because if you haven't been down there, you should check it out. There's a room in there that's the one of the vaults, and it's got all concrete around it for obvious reasons. And it's going to make a great studio when we get around to finally coming back to real life, and it's going to be fun. I'm already like designing the hell out of it, and I know Tim has too. So
Yeah.
if you get a chance to go check it out, today's the day to do it because you'll be walking right by those vaults to go and attend the huddle and the CMA class. You mentioned that there's going to be 2 Lesniaks in one location.
Yeah, Lesniak squared.
Isn't that like against the law, like having the president and the vice president in the same room at the same time? Don't you have to do like extra
No, I
security
think
for
that's
that?
when me and you were. That's when me and you were in there, or you and Gary Keller. Like, yeah, we
Yeah,
can't have we. Yeah,
yeah,
designated survivor type thing. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
we have to have
That's what
that.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
Designated survivor.
right. So
But
while Mark is down there with Melissa, I have to be up here in my office, and then when Melissa leaves the building, I can go down and talk to the troops. That way,
I
there's a
see.
designated
Okay.
survivor.
All
Yeah,
right. All right. So yeah, that's happening
we're out.
today at 9:30. So if you want to see all the partying aspects, oh, you guys got food up there today? Huh? Huh? You got food?
I'm sure Mark has something.
I'm sure
You know,
something will be planned.
he's
Absolutely.
always got an ace up the sleeve.
An ace up the sleeve. And then, of course, today at 2 o'clock, actually, we missed one here. 10 o'clock. You got me, if you want me, Command 101. Today is managing your opportunity documents and details. This is an important class. This is the precursor to getting paid. So you in our classes that we've taught so far, we've gone over how to create the opportunity and to get the opportunity from the contacts and put it all together. Today we're going to be taking it one step further and preparing the DocuSign room, preparing the details inside of Command to populate in the DocuSign room and leaving you zero room for error. You're going to be absolutely impressed with how we can streamline the process by coming and joining me for that class today. 10 o'clock on Zoom. Oh, no, it's actually listed wrong. Sorry. 10 o'clock on Facebook Live and KWTechTube.com, our YouTube channel. So don't go by what it says in the morning news here. That says Zoom. We're not on the Zoom. We're on Facebook Live in the group right here where we're doing this. And then also on KW Tech Tube. And then at 2 o'clock, we're going to skip all the way to 2 o'clock, and I have the second class of the afternoon. And that is going to be, we're going to be talking about email templates in designs. I'm going to show you all the cool tricks, including Google Docs incorporating into Command. All the cool things that you can do to make your life easy to create really nice email templates inside of Command. And that's at 2 o'clock, again, on the Facebook group right here, and also on kwtechtube.com. And then tonight is all about your safety. Tell them about it, Jason. What are they going to win?
You're going to win a chance to learn all about your safety. Yeah. So September's 2 things. September is Realtor Safety Month. So I have put night school back on the books because we all know what today was supposed to be, right?
No.
What's the 23rd? It was supposed to happen today.
Dude, not.
The get back together party that we had to postpone.
Oh, this is the night. Oh, yeah.
It was supposed
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
tonight. Yeah. So obviously with the postpone of that, I put night school back on the books for tonight. So I had the people that run the calendar at a much higher level than obviously I do because I was terrible at that. Put night school back on the books, and we are going over realtor safety. I have got some stuff from the National Association of Realtors and NHAR for New Hampshire on realtor safety in the local area. So we're going to talk about Beverly Carter. We're going to watch a couple real quick videos on just realtor safety, and then some of the experiences that I've seen and heard over my 20-year career with open houses and showings, and how to set up, consultations and all that. So Realtor Safety Month. So it's a great opportunity for us to come in and talk about it. We're going to talk about the orange file, the red card. For anybody that doesn't know what all these terms are, we're going to go over those. Realtor safety is a super important thing, guys. We're starting to see the scams come back.
Yeah.
We're starting to see the scam back in the day used to be, I had a listing. It was foreclosed. The market wasn't that great. A scammer would put it online as a rental. Well, now what they're doing is they're taking that they've gotten caught with all this, right? So there's a lot of policing of that on Craigslist and all the other sites, Facebook Marketplace and all that. So now what are the scammers have come up with a whole new thing where they actually act like realtors and they say it's their listing. And then what they're doing is they're having you meet them out there, showing properties, getting lockbox codes. And then what they'll do is they'll take a deposit, AKA an escrow, and they cash it and run. So, just be careful of that. There's a lot of scamming going on, that sort of stuff. We're not going to talk about the scamming side of it because I'm not an undercover cop, but we are going to talk about the things to look for and how to meet buyers and that sort of things, for the first time. So yeah, it's one of those things that we are very passionate about it at the realtor level, and it's something that Nathan has always embraced. I mean, we used to have pre-COVID. I think I talked about this last time. We used to have a guy named Mark Miller come in who was a black belt in like 13 different styles of self-defense and kung fu and all that stuff, and he would go in the room and he would set the room up, training room with all mats, and he would teach people how to really self defense, and it was great to go in there and watch like Melissa Lesniak on her heels flip him over and like tie him up, and like he would teach you how to do all this stuff. And
Wait, what class was this again? Hold on. What?
it was self defense for agents or something like that. He did it in,
Oh,
but
okay. Because you're talking about Melissa tying people up and flipping them over.
oh
I thought we were
no,
talking, no.
yeah, no, Mark, this is on beat your butt level, Mark.
I gotcha. I'm with you now.
Yeah, Robert, don't get it twisted. Let's not go
Hey,
there.
I was just trying to clarify. Mark's gonna poke his head in from the side of the window. What the hell are you talking about?
He says, "I can hear you too." So yeah, it's a great opportunity to come in and learn all the different lingos, a whole nother set of alphabet soup, if you will, on realtor safety and what you're supposed to do if things get weird.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something, like I said, that we've always been very, very, very involved in realtor safety. And with COVID, we just haven't been able to do some of the stuff we've done in the past. So we're going to donate night school tonight to 100% realtor safety.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait for everybody to attend that. That's going to be very, not only good for you, but extremely important to just have the knowledge. We were talking about this last week, and Carol Goodwin mentioned that she always pays attention to license plates and just generally observing things. Not only the physical aspect of what to do with the orange folder and the red card and things like that, but just being aware. And I know that that's going to be some of the topics tonight. And I think that, the more people that attend that and just become more aware, at the minimum, become more aware of what's going on, that'll help you all. So
even if you can't jump on the video, just tune in, listen,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
6 o'clock.
Exactly.
While you're cooking dinner, you can throw your phone on or a tablet and just crank the volume while you're doing, you know what I mean? Just go there. It says, Robert, please read chat. I don't know what that means. So that's all I just saw real quick.
Robert, please read chat. I guess I should probably read the chat.
There are 2 spots open tomorrow at the women's only handgun orientation up in Farmington, Fish and Game Club, if anyone's interested. Meredith is a beautiful office. Just don't mess with my office. Okay, so when I read them, they say Facebook user. I will tell you right now that Meredith is a beautiful office. Just don't mess with my office next to the coffee station. That's Sue Doyle. Mark that's Sue Doyle. That is Sue Doyle's officially unofficial office. We've coined it. Yeah.
It's not coming through on my little whatchamacallit, so I don't see that.
It only says Facebook user. I can't see who says what.
I don't know why I'm not seeing it.
Yeah. So the other thing I wanted to bring up real quick is, this month, Student of the Industry, which is awesome. I love this. I love this. And Jen learned real quick that we needed to. I should say Jen. The ALC came to us, and us I mean Jen, about click cooperation. She said, "Hey, listen." They said, "Hey, listen. Click cooperation's getting a little weird. We want to know the rules because it's a little different in New Hampshire and Maine, Mass." So I'd like to, personally, I'd like to extend an extension out to everybody that showed up yesterday to contracts class, because Jen spoke about it for an hour each for each state, and we had 105 people show up for that, which I don't know if that's a record, but I've been going to contracts class since Nate opened the company, and it's a record that I've seen. So 105 people in a Zoom room to listen to her talk about clear cooperation and ask really good questions, because people were bringing the scenarios out, and Jen was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, well, then now it's this, and now it's that." So it was a great opportunity for everybody to learn. I'm glad, it was a lot of seasoned agents in there. Typically, when it comes to contracts classes, we don't see a whole lot of seasoned agents show up because they're busy doing business. Mm-hmm. But it was a room. I would say it was 70% of like mega agents in it. I was like, it was great to see and hear the different sides of what everybody's seeing out there and other people do, and how they're going to police it and the fines, and what Jen sees it. Because you got to remember, Jen is Stratford County Board of Directors Nearin director. So she sits on the Nearin board. So she knows how the MLS is going to handle it. She knows how the Realtor Association is going to handle it. So to have someone like Jen there talking about it was great, because she just left the BOD meeting on fines on all this. So it was like fresh information. So it was a really good time. And I was, like I said, it's one of the things I do believe the true culture of this company is the training and red day. And to see people show up to the training at such that level yesterday was just awesome.
That's awesome. That's very cool. Anybody else have a good time over there? It looks like somebody said it was great. So listen, guys, there's a thing. We use a lot of different techniques to get this information out to everybody. And what you're actually seeing right now, when you're looking in Facebook, is we're using a technology called Ecamm to put this interview together, and so that we can have these things going. And also to broadcast to multiple platforms, we're using a streaming service called Restream. And what happens with that is Restream is trying to post the comments for me in my window, and it can't because Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, he won't allow the names of the people who are posting in Facebook to come through the Restream thing. So all I see is this thing called Facebook user. So there's a little thing that I can put in here to let's see if I can bring this up here. I don't have it right now, of course, but I'll put it in there for the next time we do a thing. If you click on a little button when we put it in the chat, it will put your name everywhere so that we can see it. So, because right now all I see is Facebook users. So we're seeing you. We're just not seeing exactly who you are right now. But keep in mind, we are paying attention to the chat. I didn't have it up on my screen until Jason mentioned that, but we are. We can put our names in the chat. Yeah, go ahead and put your names in there for today. I'll find that little button, and then each time we'll make sure we post it so that we can see your names. Facebook still shows them, but it doesn't show up on our system here. So, anyways,
somebody put in the chat here that Westcott, I've learned the boards haven't given out red cards since COVID. Barbara is getting me a stack of them. That is true.
I saw that.
Most of the boards were closed during COVID. I know Stratford County. We went with the office. Here's the weird part about Stratford County for anybody that's in that. The office isn't closed. The building is. So the people that own the building, terrible loss with COVID for the owners of that building. The owner of that building lost both his parents to COVID. So obviously there is, I'm going to use the word fear, right? And I don't want people to think that I'm using that negatively. I had COVID. I was in the hospital. So the owners of that building obviously are at a different mindset and have said nobody's in the building. So yes, whoever wrote that, I'm getting a stack of red cards too. And I want everybody to know that we're going to try to hand these out and give them to the office. Laconia is getting me a stack. Lydia from Stratford is going to give me a stack. And they do have the board on the front of them. It's a business card for anybody that doesn't know them. I don't want to go too deep. Come to night school tonight. I'll explain it. But we're going to get stacks of them. They're going to be at the front desks. I would not say it's going to happen in the next 2 days. I would start maybe a week or so. If you don't have a red card, please go to the front desks of Portsmouth. I don't know what I'm going to do in Dover. Maybe I'll have Melissa or Jen Vashon. I don't know. I don't want to bother Jen. She's so busy. But I'll figure out a way to get them into all the offices in the next probably week or two. And so if you don't have a red card, ask the front desk and they'll get you one. But please don't do it for about a week because I don't want Helen getting bombarded with 500 agents in the next 2 days. So because I won't have them by then. I'm not meeting Lydia till next week. So
all right, well,
but whoever put that up there, I want to say thank you. If you can get some, let me know. And obviously the more we get, the better it is.
Yeah. So, that the tools that are available as they become more available now because of these delays and these other things, make sure you get involved. Make sure you have everything you need. I know that you're going to be talking about the orange folder tonight, but for those people who aren't going to be able to make it or something, I know we've talked about it before, but I don't think it can be stressed enough. Go ahead and review really quickly for those people who may not be able to attend tonight. What is the orange folder if they're asking?
So all of our Dolphys, directors of first impressions, front desk people. Dolphy.
I've never heard it referred as Dolphys.
Yeah, that's the KW way of saying it. Anyway, so they have been trained to know, and I will tell you that most of leadership, pretty much anyone's going to answer the phone when you call, and then the person on uptime. It's on the uptime stuff. If you get a call that goes like this, Keller Williams Coastal Lakes and Mountains, a great day. This is Robert, and I'm on the other end. I say, hey, Robert, this is Jay. I'm at 123 Main Street. Do you mind pulling the orange folder and reading that septic design for me? Reading that window, reading that what kind of gas it is, I don't care what the question is, but if you say whatever the address of the property you're standing in orange folder, that says call the cops.
Yep.
So
that is such a simple tool.
It's propane and get out. And then obviously,
one of the things that in the initial orientation with Brittany, one of the things she talks about is realtor safety. And, it's always stressed that, if you're in a situation where it's something where you just need assistance, you feel you need that assistance and you need that presence, the orange folder is the way to go. But it is not the exclusive. Make sure that you understand that if you feel in any way threatened or in danger, you need to call 911. So this isn't a substitute This is a supplemental tool if you don't feel that it's escalated to the point where you need 911 yet. And it's hard for me to say that because I think that if there's a problem, then we should get people involved. If it's a problem that you feel having other people present will resolve, that's the orange folder. But if you feel threatened in any way, call 911.
Yeah, and there's a lot of the chat's blowing up here about some of it too. So yeah, I agree with, and typically this is Sue Doyle says this, so I'm going to think that Doyle wrote this because I've heard this in the past. It is 100% true. If you are ever going to do a showing with somebody you don't know or haven't met, bring another agent, bring a spouse, bring a cousin, bring a gun. No, but the reality is that even if it's not with Keller Williams, realtor safety isn't about Keller Williams. It is about realtors. If you have a friend, I have a good friend that works at the Bean Group. I have a great friend that works at Better Homes and Gardens. I have friends that work in Century 21 in Kittery. If you ever call and say, and I'm just going to say that Robert works at Vincent Real Estate up in Meredith. Hey, Robert, this is Jay. Remember that deal we did 2 years ago? Had a great time. Listen, I got a showing I'm doing over at 123 Main Street next Tuesday. Is there any way you can meet me at the new client? Never met him. 9 times out of 10, they're going to go, yeah, dude, I got your back.
Got your back.
You know what I mean? Just always have some. Realtors will help each other.
Yeah.
Right. And you, statistically speaking, I don't know the exact numbers, but statistically speaking, it's huge. It's like 98% a predator will back off if 2 people show up.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? It's a huge number that, where the crime drop like dramatically with one other person shows up. The other thing too is that even if you know the client and the client, we have all had that client that's a little sketch. We've all had that client that made some inappropriate comments. I mean, I'm a good-looking guy. I've had women hit on me all the time, Robert. It's bad. So, hey,
you're not my type of guy.
Well,
I'm just saying.
Listen, I'm down 57. I haven't hit my 60 goal, but when I get a couple more pounds, I'm going to be your type of guy.
Listen, I'm just going to say right now, you're kind of pissing me off. You're doing so good that it's starting to motivate me in a really negative way.
So, it's always one of those things that just brings somebody, you know what I mean? Like we've all had that client that's sketchy. So if you ever have a client that you're just uncomfortable with, never been a problem, but we've all had that client that says, if something happened here, I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
Make sure someone on your team, someone at the market center, someone at the front desk knows where you're going. Hey, Robert, I'm going to go show 123 Main Street, and have the front desk on your phone as that first number so that you can call and be like, hey, can you send me the orange folder? You know what I mean? It's just one of those things that you just don't know. There's a thing called grooming in the world of creepers. And it's one of those things that just we have a lot of plans of orange folder, red cards, getting people's information, meeting a buyer for the first time. We always preach meet him at the market center, get him pre-approved with Brad Kelly. Why? Because then Brad needs their ID. So hey, you said his name was Steve Johnson. His license says Jay Westcott. Creeper. You know what I mean? Like it's just it's one level to know somebody's more serious. Do you know what I mean? Like you'll never meet your doctor at McDonald's. You'll never meet your attorney at Burger King. Like, they just don't. You have to go to their offices.
I did meet an attorney at Burger King, but that was a whole different story.
That's because you guys are making the plan for you to slip and fall and him record you. I was there.
So listen, I want to take a different tact on this for something that kind of relates to my life. And I think that it's something that I've always kind of worked at. We're talking here about safety and we're talking about things that you can do. But one of the things that I think is often overlooked is routine. And what I mean by that is, for years, when I would teach down in Florida at the Space Center, I brought in what I called
Robert worked at NASA.
Yeah, I'm not going to bring that, but I used to bring in a portable learning system, 15 laptops with keyboards and mice and network and the whole 9 yards. And it was a lot of setup involved to make this system work. And so what I had to do was I had to develop a routine that made sure that every cable was plugged into the right spot. And so I did things in a very specific order. And the reason I'm saying that is because we're talking about safety, and a lot of times that can be construed, when we talk about this, it can be construed or kind of confused with fear. And we don't want to talk about fear. We want to talk about strength. We want to talk about organization and preparedness. And that means routines. So when it's time to set up an open house, have a routine that you go through and say, okay, have I done this? Have I done this? Have I done this? These are the things that are required to have a good successful open house that involves safety for everyone. When you're talking about these things, meeting people for the first time and meeting them at a house, have I done this? Have I called someone to say, listen, I'm alone for this particular thing? Make it part of your routine, and it doesn't become fearful. It doesn't become something where you're protecting against something evil. It becomes part of your safety and your business routine. And it never has to be something where you're saying, oh my God, I'm worried about this event, because you have a routine. So focus on that, building the safety into your routine, and it won't become safety anymore. It will be part of the process of doing business, and the byproduct will be safer events, safer everything for everyone involved. So think about that as you build these processes. Routine.
Yep, I agree.
So
100%. Yeah, it's not fear. It's strength. 100%.
absolutely.
And there's for anybody that's ever had anything happen to them, whether a car accident, anything tragic, right? You always say, man, if I only did this, if I only put the seatbelt on,
Yeah.
if I only made sure the tires on my four-wheeler were the right pressure before I went in the woods.
Yep.
That's personal experience. I got ripped off of a four-wheeler once. But Robert's right. It's 100% like what you tackled the tractor last week, right? Let's not do that again.
No, well, it wasn't me. It was actually the tree that got me.
Have you signed up for tractor safety class yet?
I wasn't the tractor. I was tractoring, but the tree got me.
I was tractoring. I love it.
Well, because I could tell you exactly what I was doing, but I think tractoring just in general says.
So let me see if I got this straight. You know how to fly the space shuttle, but you don't know how to tractor without getting hit.
Okay, don't know how to fly the space shuttle. Okay. I have.
Hey, where do they keep the keys to that? Where are the keys kept to the space shuttle?
Well, they're actually in.
For that baby.
There's no keys. Just so you know, which is kind of weird, because this is one of those vehicles that if you could get up in one of the museums where they're at now, you could literally open the door. So, anyways, that's not. Forget all that. Routine. Safety routines. Make it part of what you do. Melissa Lesniak teaches checklists for open houses. If you can't get into the class for checklists for open houses, talk to somebody about getting a hold of one so that you can review it. Who said that? Work on my defenses? I'm a pro.
Wow, Robert.
Who said
Someone
that?
doesn't think you don't know how to beat up your tractor.
Guys, stop! I cannot laugh.
Robert can't laugh today. That's right. I forgot.
Hurts like hell.
Let's be nice to Robert's rib.
Ugh, yeah, it's not good. Okay, that's it. I'm getting out of here because I'm going to start laughing, and then that'll be the end of it. All right, everybody. So once again, Ignite is happening now. We've got the agent huddle up in Meredith at 9:30. Say hi to everybody up there. Got Command 101 opportunities and docs and details at 10. And then Select is this afternoon for email templates. And of course, Night School with Jason tonight. You're going to continue the conversation about safety. Get out there, make it happen, start developing your routines for your business and your safety. That's it. Have an awesome day, everyone.
Hey, everyone. Have a good one. Thank you, Robert.